Alright, how much is my capacity for my radar? Ernie Moore Jr. 6'5". I'm seeing what I can handle here. Ship capacity, the volume of pirate, the number of ships in a pirate fleet doubles with those numbers. So it starts off at 256 type of thing. Okay, I've decided my fleets are so weak. I find that if I go against a pirate, they take out my ships. And losing ships in a fleet means I have to remake them. The red triangle means fight. So I watch here and you see the ones on the left hand side is so green and red. It's like tug of war. And I like the visual of seeing them. They're done, so they can go back to their jump point. Their landing point. That's a Corvette type of ship. Don't know what I was looking at that. I'm hunting pirates because the wreckage is a task point. In order to get stuff in this game to keep going, you have to be rewarded by completing things. Sometimes it's buying using trade, sometimes it's selling using trade. You do one, you get a reward. You get 2, 3, 1, 3, 5 basically. Right now, okay, the triangle 3 dots. Triangle 3 dots is triangle point down 3 dots is they're pirates, but they're a high volume of ships in that fleet. There's a cutoff point, and it's any range within that. Except with the radar. With the radar, it's set, and it's going to be really, really close to what the volume you've selected. 1,300 something is for 24,000 pirate ships or pirate strength. When we're fighting, the two swords crossed. This is Stellaris, and the two swords crossed is strength. As you lose ships, you lose strength. As your ships get injured, you lose strength. You don't necessarily lose ships just because you lose strength, but you do perhaps lose ship capability. So Stellaris calculates all that. Now, scan and go. There were 3 thingies found in the radar. If it was actual, maybe those would be actual 3 choices, but in Stellaris, it's just representative. And, it's something nice, visual. So, there's only one thingy. See your enemy, it's circled, and it stays circled, it marks it, and it's, when you use the radar to find a pirate, it's in your own solar system. So your team can what? Okay, oh, so many lines, right? But the directionality matters. And okay, so it tells you where a ship is going, where its land point is, or at least, well, it tells you on screen or on solar system where it's headed. Gives you times for how long it takes to get there. So faster than light speed is when you're jumping from solar system to solar system. That's a factor. That's something you want to consider in your shipbuilding, perhaps. Faster ships get to places faster. Well, just remember though, I used to team ships. One type of ship with one type of ship because of the faster than light speed or the slower than light speed. They call it STL, and they call it something other than slower than light, but it's STL, slower than light. So that's how I take it. What are we doing? 5. That means 24. Now this pirate group is going to have something like, 24, 5. What else? Now that's my fleet. Remember, now as the size of your fleet is, I'm telling you all this extra stuff. Perhaps I should tell you just what's on the screen type of thing. I think it's so cute. You can, when you do use the tracking feature, when you click on your own fleet, and it will allow you to camera in perspective-wise. The point of view of your camera is, the camera is a GoPro is attached to your ship kind of thing. You're just on the outside, and it's like a selfie where you can just turn the camera out and just move it around. Those ships are probably the largest ship in those fleets. Let's see. I only have 3 commanders. You see, when you have people who come to your station, they have functions or functionalities, and not all of them can run ships, but all of them do have flagships. But there are 3 types of flagships, and only one of the flagships cannot actually, one of the flagships makes it so that you cannot be a commander of a fleet. So any person, even if you like them a lot, if they keep their ship a statesperson's flagship type of thing, I don't have the right terminology, they cannot lead. It's a little annoying if you thought they were a good person for the thingy. But you can change their ship. You can give a person a void fighter, and that's a ship that goes into battle, flagship. Then there's also the truth seeker. Now the truth seeker, the person who is a truth seeker can go into battle, but it's more like a research ship. And now see how I have the 2 triangles? It's almost like Squid Game. Symbolology, because it's got triangle. There's triangle, circle, square. Spoiler, if you understand what PlayStation does, symbols, then maybe you understand those characters in that game. But here, okay. Now here I can see, it's not so much their weaponry. See how much damage I'm doing? What kind of ships do they have in their fleet? I can see it lists there, just drop down the red, what their ships are. And how many I take out. So when I design my fleet, the number of what? When I design my fleet, I have to give weaponry, which has capabilities. It has shield penetration, it has damage that it does, type of thing. But some of my weapons only penetrate 40%, and there's a sliding scale. No, it's established. There's a scale though. Okay, so we have an enemy has been chosen, and we have a fleet going to it in triangle, triangle, and then we have triangle point down. Now we fight. Now I see what fighters they lose. I'm hit. Look how fast they hit me though. That's weird. They have like missiles. Now what weaponry do they use? See, we don't have lasers, I don't think. I don't know how this guy is fighting so fast on my team. But I set it up. I know I set mine for rapid fire. I try to modify my flagships to, you could do it for like damage, increase the damage of each hit. In the beginning, firing more weak shots gives you a higher damage rate than firing at normal speed with increased damage. Okay, one ship this time. Now, even if you have two fleets, they're not going to pick on the larger fleet type of thing. They're not going to be nice like, ooh, look at the one going across the top, the one that looks like scales, Libre. The balance up there, that's a trade ship. That means my station has sent out a trade shipment. So when I want to, if I'm producing a lot of an item, then if we have high production in one area, we can ship out that, and people will pay for, if I can price it. And that's the thing. Sometimes they won't take your bid, and it doesn't sell. So consider not how much you want when you price your item. Every item has a value, and let's see, carrots have a value of 1 to 3. Burlap sacks have a value of 1 to 5. Wheelbarrows have a value of 1 to 10. So if I wanted to sell my wheelbarrows, I'd have to decide if I want to sell it for 1, if I wanted to sell it for 10 per unit type of thing. So if I have 10 wheelbarrows and I want to get the most money, I'd sell it for 10. But actually, you can price it at 10. You're not going to sell it because they have to buy it in order for you to sell it. And they're not going to necessarily buy it. See the wreckage? What you do is, when you do the pirate call, you have 10 radar things. I only go to 9 because there's a cooldown for using it all the way to the 9th, to the 10th one. So I try to get points in Stellaris, or anyway, what do you call it? Yeah, you're getting points. You're trying to get reward. You're fulfilling tasks. There's a thing to help gain where you go and look for pirates. You can actually use your radar to look for pirates, or you can go from solar system to solar system. Using the radar, and I can tell what my defenses are on how many ships I lose, type of thing. So this is Ernie Moore Jr. Strategy, pirate hunt, and evaluate your ship capability, your fleet capability. That's the basics of what this is. And enjoy the show, Stellaris. I like it. Watching the ships is pretty. I hope you get to enjoy.